Wanted, a bold adventurer who would love to travel the world from a comfortable and safe spot behind a desk that has seen the likes of kings and queens, paupers and princes. A humble book and rare manuscript shop seeks a keenly intelligent investigator to assist us in our search for things thought lost, and in our quest to return lost items to their rightful owners. This multitasked position will take you places you can't even imagine. Apply only if you're ready for everything to change. Please note, the position is located in Edinburgh, Scotland. It was perhaps fortuitous. I'd never know exactly what had been set in motion for all the pieces to fall in place. But I knew this. When I was given my walking papers from the small museum in Wichita, Kansas, a place I'd worked since receiving my master's degrees in both literature and history from the University of Kansas, I knew I needed an adventure. I wasn't bold, but I wanted to be. So when I happened upon the ad, I simply reacted and immediately sent an email to the listed address. Only minutes later, I received a phone call. I spent an hour and a half talking to the man who would become my new boss, Edwin MacAlister. Once I got semi-used to his light Scottish accent, the conversation flowed. Okay, maybe not flowed, but my ear became more accustomed to the words. I meant yes, that I became sure of. He also said yes a few times, too. There were words I didn't understand, but maybe I could chalk that up to the transatlantic nature of the call. The time flew, and before I knew it, I'd told him about growing up on a farm in Kansas, a place that was so wide open that as a teenager I'd wondered if I'd ever get used to being inside four walls. I told him that not only had I discovered that I did indeed like walls, I came to crave them, that when I went away from the farm, away from the unchallenging world of high school and farm duties that I'd never liked, and to college, I found that my moments indoors with my nose in a book or my attention upon a professor were almost the best moments of my life. I confessed to Mr. MacAlister that the best and most perfect moments had been spent in a hidden corner of the library with a stack of books and undisturbed hours to read them, or in the basement of the university's Natural History Museum amid the many shelves of historical items, each of which, even the simplest arrowheads, was deeply fascinating to me. During those moments when I'd been surrounded by walls, I'd been comforted, held close. After my time in the library and basement, the Kansas farm became a contradictory source of claustrophobia, and I knew I had to be, to work, to exist, someplace full of items that fascinated me, books, historical things, things that spoke to me,